Like and subscribe right now, or you're gonna have terrible luck for the next week. Swimming pools, like pretty much everything, have come a long way. They're now more than the regular shaped hues of blue you'll find in the backyard or indoors. Traveling around the world, you'll bump into interesting pool designs that offer a whole lot of new and exciting and even scary experiences. Here's a look at some of the world's most unusual pools. Number 10. Umaid Bhawan Palace Pool, India. This pool is a perfect hangout spot for spiritual and astrology lovers. The entire pool's floor is painted in the 12 zodiac signs. But the decorations aren't limited to just the floor. They extend to the pool's walls, where the signs are presented in gold tiles. This might seem like overkill for a mere pool, but considering the premises the pool is part of, you'll see that it's pretty much normal. The dreamy pool is right inside a residence that was meant for the then Jodhpur royal family. For some time since its completion in 1943, the palace was the largest private residence in the world, boasting over 347 rooms. While still among the largest today, it no longer remains just a private residence. It's been divided into two other parts, namely a luxurious hotel and a museum. The pool, with its lavish finishing, remains a large part of the palace though. It's among the parts of the residence that are still under the ownership of Gaj Singh of the Jodhpur royal family. Number 9. UBUD Hanging Gardens, Indonesia. Bali Island in Indonesia is hands down one of the most popular tourist destinations. And while most people love the sandy beaches it has to offer, a little trip inland reveals more equally astonishing sights. This is where you'll find the UBUD Hanging Gardens, a unique architectural creation. Right in the middle of a jungle, the pools are a part of a luxurious resort built on a hillside, hence the name Hanging Gardens. Taking a dip in the pools is not only refreshing, but also feels like you're floating around in the vast surrounding jungle. Besides that, visitors can also get to enjoy enviable views of the forest and nearby features such as the Ayung River and a 200-year-old Hindu temple in the distance. It's no surprise that the resort has bagged numerous destination awards, all thanks to the pool's creative design. Travel magazines also drool over these swimming pools, calling them the world's best. Number 8. Blue Lagoon, Iceland. Blue Lagoon in Grindavik, Iceland is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the country, bringing in over 1 million people every year. That's thanks to the hot, mineral-rich water that is believed to be beneficial to people with skin conditions. Before the water is fed into the lagoon, it goes through two other systems that are quite beneficial to the town. It's first used to run turbines at a geothermal power station, and then pumped into a heat exchanger where it's used for a municipal water heating system. Besides having beneficial minerals, the water is also unique for being completely free of bacteria and fungi despite not being disinfected. Bathing in the lagoon has been going on since the late 1980s and grew in popularity as time went by. The growth might have also been influenced by studies in the 1990s that confirmed the benefits of the lagoon water. Since then, the Blue Lagoon has led to the establishment of a skin products company employing over 600 locals. Number 7. NEMO 33, Belgium. While most pools boast of what's on the surface, NEMO 33 in Brussels, Belgium is best enjoyed below. With a depth of close to 35 meters, it was the deepest pool for a long time up until 2014 with the construction of Y40, the Deep Blue Joy, in Italy. Nevertheless, NEMO 33 still retains its blissful experiences despite losing the crown. For starters, it's more than just a pool. It provides a way for rookie diving enthusiasts to get used to the underwater before venturing out into the open seas. And it's not just one boring dark abyss that you get in and out of. It has several simulated underwater caves that are sure to keep you busy as you explore the surreal artificial world. The pool's water is kept at a warm, constant temperature of 30 degrees Celsius by a solar heater, and that means you can get in without the hassle of grabbing a wetsuit. Officially opened in 2004, the pool has some restrictions on who gets to enjoy its vast depth. Prospective divers are required to be above 12 years old, be in good health, and must be in the company of a dive buddy. Number 6. Starkenberger Pools, Austria. Thought every swimming pool must contain water? Well, you might have to reconsider that idea. The Starkenberger pools in Tarens, Austria offer beer baths instead of just the old boring water. Established in 2005, the pools are heated to a warm enough temperature for guests to enjoy. This allegedly has immense benefits for swimmers, especially for the skin thanks to the vitamins and calcium contained in the beer. The heat, on the other hand, is responsible for relaxation and improved blood circulation. But the baths don't come cheap. A 2-hour dip in one of the booze pools was set you behind by over $250. Naturally, you wouldn't want to be drinking the pool beer with all the people swimming around, but visitors can always order a pint to sip on as they enjoy the touch of warm beer on their skin. Number 5. Devil's Pool, Zambia. Devil's Pool in Zambia sits right at the top of Victoria Falls on River Zambezi. Despite the location, the pool attracts quite a ton of thrill seekers looking to have a feel of swimming close to a waterfall's edge. Scary as it sounds, the pool has proven to be quite safe, at least since there aren't any recorded incidents of swimmers being swept over by the currents. So what's up with the pool and why doesn't the current push people over the edge? On the cliff's edge, there's a rock barrier huge enough to stop anyone from plunging 100 meters below with the water. The rock is so big that it would require concerted efforts to get over it. It's a nice assurance, but knowing you're on top of a waterfall is a bit scary to think about. For absolute safety, the pool is only open to the public between August and January, when the water levels are low and unlikely to push swimmers over. Additionally, the pool is also monitored throughout this period just in case. Number 4. Mona Vale Rock Pool, Australia. Mona Vale is one of several rock pools along the Sydney Australian coast. Unique to these pools is that they're found out in the ocean on rock outcrops. That means they don't need a drainage system to supply and replenish the water. Mona Vale Rock Pool, for instance, is emptied and filled periodically by tides crashing into it. But that also means the pool is not always accessible. During high tide, it's completely cut off from the mainland as it can get pretty rough to swim across. Nevertheless, the pool is a popular hangout for both visitors and locals at Mona Vale Beach. When the tide permits it, there are always a few people doing laps in the water or just relaxing at the edge. And the best part is that it's accessible for free. The 30-meter-long pool was expanded from a smaller version of itself in the 1930s. Other such pools on the Australian coast include Calaroy Rock Pool, Wiley's Baths, Mahon Rock Pool, and Bronte Baths, among others. Number 3. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale translates to cotton castles, which perfectly describes the purest white of the area around these pools. But the name could have also been influenced by a Turkish legend that alleges the limestone surface is actually solidified cotton that was hung out to dry by giants. That aside, the pools and the general landscape are a sight to behold. For the longest time, thousands of people visited the area and indulged in the mineral-filled water in the terrace pools. Several hotels had even been built near the pools. Naturally, this led to serious deterioration that prompted some regulation of tourism activities. Since the late 1980s, the area is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a move that saw desperate attempts to restore the beauty of the now ruined landscape. Hotels have now been demolished and the terrace pools are off limits. It'll be interesting to see how the area recovers from the damages suffered over the years. Guess we can always count on ourselves to ruin anything that's remotely beautiful.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. An illusionary swimming pool, Japan. This is by far the most unique of all pools in the world. Instead of having water, the pool is empty, but was designed to appear as if it's filled to the brim. Ingenious, right? The one-of-a-kind pool was exhibited for the first time at the 21st Century Museum of Contemporary Art in Kanazawa, Japan, where it remains to this day. Just like you'd expect of any pool, the unique work of art has water, but unlike your average swimming pool, that water is very little, about 10 centimeters deep, making it impossible to swim. The water is held by glass, leaving a sort of underground room in the pool. This is where people hang out. Light radiated from the glass and water makes this underground space look like it's full to the brim with water. And people walking in the room appear as though they're doing so underwater without a scuba set. The magnificent pool is the brainchild of Leandro Arlic, an Argentinian artist.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works.
Number 1. San Alfonso del Mar, Chile. The San Alfonso del Mar holds the title for the world's largest swimming pool, stretching to 1,000 meters long. Besides its huge length, it's also known for its depth, measuring around 35 meters at its deepest end. Most hotel pools are small enough for people to swim from end to end, but not San Alfonso del Mar. It's even impossible to see from one side to the other. But guests don't have to worry about this. For a tour of the monstrous pool, it's equipped with kayaks, paddle boats, and canoes that make vacationing here even better. It was first opened to the public in 2006 and was built for a whopping $2 billion. It cost the private resort that built it an estimated $3.2 million every year for maintenance. For a larger part, the maintenance is filling the pool's massive capacity of 250 million liters. All that water is pumped from the nearby Pacific Ocean, after which it passes through a filtering system for desalination. From here, the water is pretty fresh and is let to fill the pool. It's pumped back into the ocean after some time, and the cycle continues.